Today on the workbench we have the Ross Jubilee, made in Hong Kong in 1964. I was told it was DOA. Let's see if we can bring it back to life and save a bit of history. Let's open it up and see what it can do. Well, I don't hear much. If there's something there, it's at a very, very low volume. Let's take it apart, replace the caps, and see if things get better. I managed to locate the Sam's photo fact for this radio from December 1964. And this is the RE777 on page 99. Here's the radio, the circuit diagram, component placement, and the information on the electrolytic capacitors we're going to need. Looks like we have two 30s and two 10s. So let's get started on those. All right, well, I think I did one. Well, I don't have a 40. They don't really make them anymore, but I do have a 47. And usually it's pretty safe to go up a little bit versus down a little bit. So let's get this guy in. And there's two. Looks like we got another bulging cap over here. And another one there. It's always hard to figure out exactly where in all this the capacitor is. He's ready to come up. Alrighty. The 50 was plus up. Before we clean the contacts, before we do anything, let's trim these leads off. Now let's work it around. All right. Looks like we need another 10. Here's the new one, much smaller.
Let's get this cleaned up before we put it completely back together.
Looks nice. Something I think would be fun is to actually test the caps we pulled out, at least the 50s and the 40, not the 210s where I pulled off the other lead. Supposed to be 50. And it's 82 with a 5.4. 5.4 ain't great. '86 with a 5.7. Also not so good. And how about this 40? 123.5 with a 6.9. That ain't great. Okay. And the 10s, you know, I broke the leads off these guys, so I don't think it's worth testing. Okay. Interesting. Let's get a battery in it.
Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll be making more. And if you see anything I missed, again, please leave a comment. I'm here to learn. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.